there's this underlying idea here. And this is important because it is what I was saying about Obama and Iraq. This underlying idea here that there's somehow now going to be negotiations, and negotiations are a good thing. This is the internationalist idea. We negotiate with Iran. We negotiate with Iran. It's going to be great. We're going to tell them not to have, nuclear weapons, and they won't have nuclear weapons. How savage was Donald Trump for pulling out of the Iran deal, the Iran nuclear deal? America's back. The NATO loves us now. Of course, they just British Parliament held Biden in contempt, but still they love us, and we have got this. And this is why Jen Psaki says the kind of things that she says about the Taliban, that they're going to not be as savage as they were last time because they're worried about our opinion of them. There's cut 10.
The Taliban also has to make an assessment about what they want their role to be in the international community. And I know that Ambassador Khalilzad made comments when he was at the political negotiations yesterday, making clear that the international community is going to watch closely how the Taliban behaves. They have a range of tools in their arsenal as well to take steps should they choose.
They have no tools, and there is no international community, and the Taliban doesn't care. But what she's really talking about is giving the Taliban legitimacy, giving people who rape little girls as a policy, right? They don't rape little girls because they're mean. They rape little girls. It is their policy. It is their religion to rape little girls, giving them a seat at the table. They're going to wind up at the UN, and they know it. They know that what the idea of negotiating with them is the idea of giving them legitimacy. The chief POS, can't pronounce his name, of the Taliban, He knows this. He made this speech. He gave a press conference. This is cut 5, where he said, you're going to have to treat us with respect as we are.
We don't want political turmoil, and they have to respect our religious rules, because the Emirate has sacrificed a lot for their religion. Anybody wants to talk to us, they're free. This is our right. This is Afghanistan's right to be able to speak according to our own rules. This is how the world works. Everybody wants their own rules. Arabic countries have their own law. So we are following our own law. Afghans are following their own laws. We have this right.
You have to hear what he's saying, right? Because he's saying exactly what Jen Psaki is saying. He's saying, we'll negotiate. We'll come to the table, the international community. Yeah. But we're coming to the table as us, which is murderous, raping, madmen, savages. And now we're going to have a voice in the UN, in the so-called international community. So they have given these people, their idea of negotiation is giving the worst of it. And the thing about it is, when you mix a milkshake with crap, right, the crap doesn't become more milkshakey, the milkshake becomes crappier. And so when you negotiate with evil, you can only move toward the evil. And we see this in the UN. We see this in the UN where countries, savage countries that give no rights to anybody get on the UN, Civil Rights Commission or whatever. The Human Rights Commission will be run by Libya, and you just think, how is that happening? Well, once you give people a seat at the table, then they have to be treated just like as if they were civilized human beings, and that's what they're asking for. And so people said, well, what about women's rights? Because it's going to be very different. They're issuing these statements saying, oh, yeah, we're going to take care of women's rights. Here's what he said. Here's what this POS said. This is cut 6.
Our God, our Quran says that woman is a very important part of our society. They can work. They can get education. They are needed in our society. And they will be actively involved. If the international community is worried about these issues, we will tell them there will be nothing against women in our ruling. Our people accept. Our women are Muslims. They accept Islamic rules. If they continue to live according to Sharia, we will be happy. They will be happy.
Yeah, if they live according to Sharia, so we know how that's going to go, right? We know what that looks like, and it's not pretty. And they've already fired on. There is some brave resistance going on, but they've already killed a man who waved the Republic's flag, the Afghan Republic's flag. They've been shooting into protesters. Right this minute, they are holding back. The Taliban is holding back. They are holding back because they know they can get stuff out of us. And once we start paying them to give people safe passage, that means your tax dollars, when you sign that little form and you send off your check with your taxes on it, that's going to be going to them. That's who it's going to be going to. And so this is all this incredible incompetence. This is beyond the question. Beyond the debate, and I know there's a debate, I understand the debate about whether we should have been there, whether we should have been there or not. Having been there, should we have stayed? These are all things that we should talk about, we're going to talk about. But this is just the incompetence. This is incompetence that has brought about a true disaster for American prestige. It's going to mean the Chinese know they can come after us. It means the Russians know they can come after us. It means the Iranians know they can come after us. It means that NATO knows they can't rely on us.